everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello and welcome. So today we are going to be talking about my favourite skincare of 2023 and a couple other bits that I was enjoying that is basically non-makeup related. So we'll start off with our skincare, and I have a little bits, and as I mentioned previously, I have to be so careful what I use on my skin because of my rosacea. So if you guys haven't seen my videos before, I do have rosacea and I've had it for over 7 years now, and I have a lot of reactions to certain things and certain products, so I need to be very careful. Like, I can't constantly use face scrubs and use this and that, and I say it's safe to say that a lot of this skincare has been like my staple for the year. And so in no particular order, to be honest, but one that I've been using a lot quite recently is the Wishful cleanser. So I actually got this from Boots on part of their like £10 Tuesday thing, which I actually love those because they do some amazing products if you can get them, because sometimes they sell out super quickly. But yeah, this is the Huda Beauty, well, it's not Huda, it's her sister brand, Wishful, and this is their Get Clean cleanser, and I've been using this for, I'd say, a couple of months now, and I use it as often as I can. And when I cleanse, I double cleanse. So when I've been using this, I tend to cleanse once, and then I will maybe use a toner to kind of get rid of everything else. But this smells so good, it feels amazing, it foams up so quickly, and you don't have to use a lot of product. And it has coconut, coconut. I'm just having a look at the back. It's got coconut amino acid, it's also got salicylic acid and willow bark, don't know why these are beneficial, sea moss extract, and gluconic acid. So I mean, every time I use this, it makes my skin feel amazing, really hydrated, really soft. So yeah, I'm actually really glad that I picked this up, because again, I think normally it's like 20-30 plus pounds, and you can get it obviously anywhere, like, you know, that Huda Beauty is sold, because they have that stuff right next to it. But I'm so glad that I picked it up for £10, because it's like one of the best things. We're going to go on to benefits. So last year they came out, I think it was last year or potentially whenever, they came out with a bunch of skincare, and so I thought I'd pick up a couple of things because some of their makeup I do like, and I felt like maybe their skincare might be a bit more better for me. So the first thing I have is the Professional Good Cleanup. So I've been using this a lot. Again, when I'm cleansing, I don't tend to use this when I already have makeup on, so if I'm getting ready for bed, then I will definitely use this, and then use one or two other things to kind of part of my makeup routine. One thing that because someone did ask me to do a kind of showing my skincare routine, because my skin has improved so much over the years, but the thing is, I use so many different things, so I will show you guys maybe soon as to all the products that I use, because I won't use them all at once, but I'll kind of go in between stuff. So occasionally I will go into this, but I do really like how deep cleaning it is. It's really good for blackheads on the nose, which I tend to get quite a lot, which is absolutely horrible, but the fact that this really helps get rid of them, I'm so happy. Like, this starts out as a gel, and then when you put it under some water, obviously, and you kind of start using it, it will foam up. And yeah, it's good for dirt, oil, impurities. I can't read. And it's got lemon extract, and it helps the pores look smaller. I don't know about that. I mean, for me, my pores are massive, and I don't tend to look at my pores before I go to bed because I just want to get some rest. But yeah, this is actually a pretty good product. And then the other thing that I like using is the Deep Retreat. So this is a clay mask, and again, like I mentioned, I have to be so careful what I use. This does make my skin go a little bit red after I've taken it off, but that's normal with all, I'm guessing, with all like clay masks, because you're literally like rid of all that dirt and getting rid of a lot of things that has been kind of stuck. And especially where I live in London, there's a lot of congestion, and I'm, you know, working in hot weathers and this and this and that, and I felt like using a mask. I don't use it all the time, but I've definitely been using it a lot this year, last year, and it's just really helped. I don't really have many face masks. I have the one from the P. Louise Advent Calendar, which I think is okay. I prefer this one because it would let you know when it's ready to take off, because it really like goes like pale, so it comes out, so you start off with it being like quite purple and then it turns into a light purple when you take it off. Next I have products by Elemis. So I know I am like one of their ambassadors and I have an affiliation code, but this is not like, I don't have to make this video, like it's not an ad, but it's just me talking about the products that I love so much. So I've been enjoying, of course, like everyone else does, is the cleansing balm. So this is amazing to take off your makeup. So you only need the tiniest scoop, lather it up, and then it will get rid of like everything. So I know that when I tend to wear like a lot of heavy makeup, I will use this, and then like my normal other routines I'll use like a toner and then this and that, a couple of my other steps. But the thing is, a lot of times this will get rid of everything like straight away. I still like to kind of use more products because again, with my skin, I need to be super careful what I kind of like. I need to just get rid of everything, because if it stays there, it will obviously affect the pigmentation in my skin and all the irritation and stuff. But then the other Elemis product I'm enjoying so much is the Superfood Moisturizer, so the Midnight Food, sorry, and I use this before I go to bed, and it is the most hydrating moisturizer I've ever used. It is so good. It smells like sweets, like it smells like gummies, and I really like it. I only use like the tiniest amount, and I've still got half a pot left because I don't like want to scoop out the whole thing and just like lather up my face. But this is so nice. I mean, I know Elemis is quite a high-end brand, but there's certain products in there that I feel that are so good for the skin. I feel like those two, especially this, because my skin recently has been so dry. I don't know why my skin is feeling horrible, but I can tell you that when I go to bed, this makes me feel amazing. And then the last skincare product that I've been enjoying is the Bubble Slam Dunk Hydrating Moisturizer. So I recently did become an ambassador for Bubble, which is amazing because I love skincare and I've been trying to use so much more different skincare this year. I got this part of a box from Beauty Bay. So they had like a box where I think it's like a Hall of Fame kind of box, and it had about like 20 products, and this was in there. And one thing that I love is that when you press it down, the product comes out, and it is like the perfect amount that you will use. But I love how hydrating this is. This is not an ad. This is not anything to do with those affiliations. I just like talking about how nice the products are. Yeah, it's a small kind of size, but I know you can get a bigger one. And I think on Beauty Bay, it's like £15-16. And like I mentioned, you only push it down once and it will give you the perfect products. And I'm pretty sure you can use it for AM and PM. And it's really nice for dry skin because, again, we are so like dehydrated. Like, it is the Sahara Desert on my face. It's horrible. So that was my skincare. One thing I forgot to mention in my kind of makeup, but this I kind of feel like slightly skincare as well, is lip oils. So again, like the year before, I was loving lip oils, but this year it was the NYX Fat Lip Oil. Like, they sent me so many. I know I have like one pair of lips, but I've used up like almost 2 like little tubes now, and I think I use them every day. And even though they're slightly makeup, but they're more, I use them every morning when I'm going to work and it's super dry outside, I'm not wearing makeup, I will use that lip oil multiple times a day because it's so hydrating, and there's bits of glitter in there. There are ones that you can get without, like it's a clear one, which is great, but honestly they feel so damn good. And the Rare Beauty one I think is nice. It's not my favorite because it really like dehydrates my lips a lot. I don't know why, but I feel like it's still a nice product. Like, they're very pigmented and the applicator is really nice and it's really soft, but as soon as I wear it for about maybe 10 minutes it will dry up. So it's not one of my worst products of the year, although I'm kind of finding stuff for that type of video. I've only had like 2 products, but let me know if you want me to do a video of products that didn't work for me this year, because I can definitely do that. So now I want to talk about some shows and films and games that I've been really enjoying. So the first thing, and kind of the only TV show that I've loved in 2023, is The Bear. And oh my god, I know it's like so hyped up at the moment and crazy, but I can tell you I've been enjoying that show so much. So I recently finished watching it all again for the second time, and just as me watching it for the first time, The second time was just as awesome. I just love that show. It gives me anxiety, but it's so funny, it's so intense, and I know, I'm sure it's nothing about like how it would be to be a chef, because I'm pretty sure some people are like, this is not realistic, this is not how it is, but it's still pretty awesome. Like, the show and the cast are so great, and I can't wait for the third season. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do with it, but I just love all the characters. I think they all bring something to the show, which is so fun, and the second season was amazing as well, and I'm so glad Disney Plus have it, because that is one of the only reasons that I've kept my subscription, is because that show is so freaking good. So let's talk about some films. So I didn't see as many films this year because, well, 2023. I'm not going to keep on saying this year because it's technically 2024 when I'm filming this. But I didn't go to cinema as much as I kind of wanted to, mainly because I work full time and the cinema is now quite expensive. But a couple of ones that I've enjoyed the most. So Oppenheimer was definitely top of the ranking in 2023. I didn't see Barbie yet because I don't know, it just doesn't appeal to me, but I will definitely watch it because it's just, I used to be a Barbie girl when I was young, not Barbie girl, what am I quoting the song? But I used to love Barbie when I was young, and I had a couple of Barbies, but the film itself just looks like it's gonna grind my gears, but I don't know. I like Ryan Gosling, I like Margot Robbie, but I just haven't had a chance to watch it. I know it's on Amazon, but I'll just have to wait until my husband wants to watch it as well, because we can watch it together and kind of see how it is together. But Oppenheimer, I just absolutely fell in love with. It is a great movie. I know it's over 3 hours, but come on guys, some movies are worth sitting there for. I didn't watch it in IMAX, I watched it in just like another Cineworld, but it was still intense and I really enjoyed it. I love Christopher Nolan. He is an amazing director, and I'm sorry to say it, but Interstellar is not one of my favourite sci-fi movies. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but it is one of those really overhyped up movies. But yeah, Oppenheimer definitely one of my favourites of the year. And then I did go and see Killers of the Flower Moon because I love Martin Scorsese. He is just one of my favourite directors ever, and again, it's another over 3 hour movie, but you know what, it's worth it. And I know a lot of people didn't enjoy the film, but I felt like the story, the cast, everything, and the cinematography is just absolutely stunning. I don't know if it's out on Apple TV yet, but I don't have Apple TV, but I'm sure if you have it and you want to watch it, it's definitely worth watching because the story is so important and it's a real life story as well. So it's interesting and very sad what the Osage like people had to go through, but yeah, it's definitely worth watching. And the last film that I enjoyed this year was Guardians of the Galaxy 3. So I'm a very big geek and I used to work in a comic shop for like 8 years, and I was surrounded by that stuff every day, and I kind of still really enjoyed it. And even though like with Marvel, my kind of love has kind of dipped down because after like Endgame, I was kind of like, I'm kind of done with Marvel. Not done, but the stuff that they're bringing out just isn't as fun as it used to be. Like Thor, was it Love and Thunder, was absolutely shit. Like, I didn't think it was the worst film ever made, but it was not great. And with Ragnarok as well, I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was one of the best. I still think it was pretty good, but with Love and Thunder it was so bad. But with Guardians, it was so depressing, but it was so fun to watch because I went to cinema with my friend and we just had a great time, kind of like laughing and really emotional as well. But it was great to watch in the cinema. And then with games, I played a couple of games this year because my PS5 is like my baby. So the top game for me was Spider-Man, and Spider-Man 2. I finished that game so quickly. I played it, the main storyline I finished in like a week, like 3 or 4 days. I basically finished it. I was doing a lot of the side quests as well, and I thought it was amazing. I love Venom in it. Like, I'm not going to spoil anything in case people haven't had a chance to play it or watch any gameplay, but I felt like the first one is still a bit more superior, Spider-Man, but it's such a great game and I really enjoy the second one. I will definitely be playing it through again, and I love the fact that you get to play as Miles, because I did buy the Miles Morales game but it kept on glitching. So every time I've tried to play it, it just does not work, and I'm really peed off because I really want to play it. I heard it was very good. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, the second game was definitely worth the hype. It was worth the wait. I wish I could have played more games this year. I mean, another game that I played was God of War, which was not Ragnarok, but the previous one that came out a few years ago. So I'm behind the times and I rarely get time to actually sit down and play games properly. But I played God of War and I absolutely loved it. I will be getting Ragnarok. I just want it to go down in price slightly because I'm a cheapskate, but I definitely will be playing it. I heard it wasn't as great. I mean, I watched gameplay because there's a couple of YouTubers that we watch, and I watched pretty much the whole gameplay and the DLC that came out recently, which looks like a lot of fun. And then the last game, which is probably the funniest thing because I'm still addicted to playing it, is Power Wash Simulator. So I have PlayStation Plus and it was free. And I know that in 2023, a lot of YouTubers were playing it, and kind of I was watching it going, this seems like quite an interesting game, and I was going to pick it up. And then I saw that it was free, and I've been playing it every single night before I go to bed for at least 2 hours. And this is why I'm not getting any sleep, is because of that freaking game. And I know it sounds so stupid, but it's so calming and it's so fun to play, and I really enjoy playing it. Yeah, it's a weird game. All you're doing is washing things, and it's not always as easy because there's certain bits where it's like you have to get everything like spec clean for you to be able to move on. I know this sounds like the most boring thing ever, but it's such a great game, and if you ever need to relax, I highly recommend it. So that was just a couple of things that I wanted to talk about in this video. Let me know what your favourite skincare item is, what your favourite film has been this year, and this and that. If you want to check out, I did a Get Ready With Me talking about talk about gigs I've been to in 2023. I have uploaded that if you want to watch that. My favourite makeup items of 2023, I've also uploaded that. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe because I film and upload every time I get a chance. So don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias because I'm always active on there, and I appreciate you sitting down listening to me ramble on. I hope you're having a great 2024 so far. I'll see you soon. Bye guys.